When you're on the program and somebody don't know nothing about you, she, yeah, y'all done seen her, sitting in there. It's Cotton. Slavery days, all that. If y'all remember Cotton, y'all, thank you very much for bringing me up. My name is Miss Cotton. It's not because of my hair. Cotton stands for concentrating on trying to overcome negativity. Kind of hard to get white folks to call me though. I don't get booked for nothing from white folks. They can't say my name. Cotton, no, we not finna pick Cotton. This is this. It's not finna happen. We not finna pick Cotton. Y'all look beautiful.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, I'm overdressed. Well, let me tell you what happened. A few months ago, I had bought this little jumpsuit on sale from Burlington. It was $12. I bought it to wear to an event at my home church, our 25th anniversary, a black and white event. But I came over here to entertain you guys and make y'all laugh. But I said, oh, this jumpsuit gonna get wore out somewhere. I ain't care what y'all was wearing. I was gonna wear this jumpsuit. This jumpsuit was leaving the house tonight. I've been looking at this thing for a whole month. So I'm glad that I was able to come and be before you guys and take my jumpsuit outside the house. I don't even have. That's why I got pearls on and everything. I went all after. I don't know next time I'm going to be out the house again. So I put my good wig on and all this, you know, I fluffed it. It kind of look like a bowl of ramen noodles without no seasoning. For the people who was up here before me, I didn't catch the ending of it. A young lady named Sister Holloway. She was hilarious. Let me tell you something. I've been doing comedy for 10 years. It is rare for me to see another female Christian comedian that just get on stage and naturally rock the stage, and she did that. Something wrong with that child. She naturally threw it off. I have a feeling that she didn't have no microphone, she'd have been funny. Either way, whether she was a comedian or not. And that's a gift. That's a blessing. And then the poet that got up here and did 12 poems, I mean, did it whole book, did it? Talking about the mamas and cheering. He need to get that off his chest. I'm glad y'all let him exhale, baby, because he's going to get the poem down. I don't care what y'all see. Y'all were going to be pulling prizes out of the parking lot. You know, I got one more. This one about my grandma. This one. Now, but, I've seen him do comedy and his poetry several times, you know, out there. Very talented young man. Y'all, I'm going to tell you what's funny, because I'm not used to doing comedy like on the pulpit. I'm already running from my calling. I be scared the Lord gonna snatch me and make me start preaching all of a sudden. I'm like, ooh, boy, this slow feel. Light the fire. Because I'm a preacher's kid. My dad is a preacher. You know how they go. Where the preacher's kids at? Man, when you a preacher's kid, you can't do nothing. You got to...
Sure can't.
You know how the bad kids get to sit in the back of the church? You got to sit all in front. They don't want you sitting with them anyway because they call you a snitch. She gonna tell her daddy. Don't let her. They done snuck out to the candy house. Won't share their little nail later. All I got in my purse is church peppermint. Not even the green and white ones, the red and white ones, the old school peppermint. But I'm glad that I was raised in the church, but I wasn't saved. I was just there. I was just there so I wouldn't get fired. You know, I was just showing up. My dad was the preacher. I had to be there. You know, I didn't get saved for real. I mean, I said I was saved a few times. I got dipped a few times and everything. Just to know, you know, just in case the Lord came back, I wanted to be in the place, you know, on that road, you know, because I didn't know no better. You know, because I was confused. I used to get put out of Sunday school because I had questions. I used to be like, excuse me, okay, let me get this straight. Now, you said Jesus was born on Christmas, right? Okay. And he died on Easter. He was still a baby. That was just a few months. Why would I want to be a Christian and y'all getting folks out that quick? What are the perks of this? He was born on Christmas and died on Easter. Y'all put a baby up on the cross? Because I didn't know the Bible skipped some years. What was he doing between being born and 33? That's what I want to know. I think he might have got in trouble a few times. They were like, don't put that in there. Don't put that. You know, he was God's son, but I bet you a few of them times he tried to slip off with his little sandals on or whatever, try to go. The Lord said, no, because I need you for this last chapter. I need you to stay right, because they ain't going to believe nothing I say, so you're going to have to stay right. That's about what my daddy did to me. No, you can't go with them. I'm the pastor. How that's gonna look if you out there, if I can't control my own house, how the church gonna listen to it? I said, well, I can move out then. So I won't tarnish your name. You know, he didn't think that was funny, but my dad, I'm gonna tell you something about my dad. When my daddy preached, he preached in parables and stories and stuff. You know, he had you going all the way around the corner to get across the street. Then he wondered why I go to sleep in church. I'm like, well, I heard you practicing in the bathroom. I know I ain't going in. I got to stay woke. I know the whole thing. I can count when you about to start hooping. I know. That's why I used to. That's the only reason why I wanted to be a preacher, because I wanted to hoop. I ain't know no scriptures or nothing. I just wanted to do the hooping, you know, because I ain't back then. I didn't know. No, when I really got saved for real, I still didn't know what to do. I'm gonna tell you what I did. I went to the thrift store and I went and bought a Bible, a used Bible, looked like somebody been reading it, because mine was still fresh. You can hear the pages crack open with it. And I ain't want to look like no heathen, so I went and got me a used Bible and got some highlighters and just got the mark and stuff and making it look like I really been studying, wrinkling pages and all that stuff right there. Then I went and bought me a slip and some coffee stockings and you know, that was the outfit. I was just trying to do, you know, the skirt down to the ankles and stuff, you know, the whole shebang. I went to church, I was ready. I had my little handkerchief and they was like, open your Bible. I was ready. I'm like, see, look at my Bible all marked up. I am holy. They said, turn to Nahum. I said, Nahum? I didn't see no Nahum, so I kept my eye on Psalms. And I still try to wonder why I started with a P. I can put Psalms. Okay, I'm you know, some, and then this part where I was like, now wait, hold up now, because they were like, okay, turn to Obadiah. I said, I ain't see no Obadiah. Now y'all been making up books. Now there is not no Obadiah in this Bible. Don't Obadiah sound like you're ready to make an excuse. Obadiah. I used to get into it with my dad because this was my theory. I think the Bible was transcribed by somebody with a speech impediment. I think they was writing everything he was saying, and he had a thick tongue with all these these and thous and show it and love it and give it and got us standing up at church reciting it too. I cut my THs off. I wasn't raised to talk that way. I'm not, because I already got a little list. You know, my S's get a little essay. I'm not finna be spitting all over here about trying to be politically correct in the church. I had some questions about that. But one Sunday my daddy got up to preach. Y'all, this is a real sermon he did. I can't remember the whole sermon, but I'm going to give y'all the gist of it. Because y'all ain't going to believe this. Because he was like, that's what he do when he give it, well. Some of y'all want to be a cookie. I was like, where you finna go with this? Yeah, y'all been watching Empire. You want to be a cookie, but don't nobody want to be the cookie dough. sometimes you gotta get mashed, you gotta get pulled apart, you gotta get pressed, you gotta get cut. I'm like, But he brought it on home because he said, sometimes you're going to run into some crazy people. Them your nuts. Just press them down into the door. Hard times going to come. The chips going to fall. Put them in your cookies too. One day I was walking toward the stove with my pan of cookies. And the cookie said, Victor. I said, what? Don't worry about why the cookie was talking to me. If a rock can cry out, a cookie can too. The cookie said, Victor, you thought you loved us. Why are you putting us in this heat? I said, cookie, my sweet cookie. Don't you know, if you don't get in the heat, you won't rise. I want you to rise. I want you to rise. I want you to rise. Good Lord. And even while the cookies is in the oven, you got to lean over and watch them so they won't get burnt. That's how God is watching you. You're scared you're going to get burnt. Well, he done set the timer. Just sit in the heat so you can rise. And when the cookies is ready, you bet not. I said you bet not reach in there without no oven mitt. That's your covering. You got to wait till it cool off. And when you put the cookies to the side, so they can cool off. You can't let them set too long. See, some of y'all done set out too long. You done turned into a tough cookie. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Some of y'all look like you got it all together, but when somebody try to scoop you up, you just fall up. Now, who wants to be a cookie? I'm like, excuse me, because I don't want to be a cookie. I don't let you finish hooping and winding it up. Yeah, I got in trouble a few times in church. I ain't gonna drink. Okay, well, let me fast forward to the end so y'all won't think I'm just, they done found me panhandling on the street and gave me a microphone. I did get saved in 2013. Okay, I'm back. But one time, when I wasn't out, I know everybody was supposed to be in the spirit and stuff because the music got to pumping and everybody was shouting, but it was this one lady, boy, she was getting it. I mean, she was going sideways. She was throwing her leg up. And I was like, oh, them some bad shoes. I know I was supposed to be concentrating on the Lord, but boy, them some bad shoes. So I got out my seat and I started shouting over her body. But before I could ask her where she get them shoes from, she fell out. So I fell out with her. We both like this. You know, I don't know no church etiquette. Y'all ain't know to fall out and play sleep. I'm like, excuse me. Where you get them shoes from? Gonna raise up and say, I'll tell you when I come out to speak. So I'm getting ready to get up, right? And Usher was coming toward me with a sheet. I'm like, what the sheet for? So I laid back down, she threw the sheet over me and was fanning me and going on. I said, let me count to 10. They won't be trying to re-save me again. She gonna lean over me to like, did you find out where she got the shoes? Yeah, I don't know why the Lord made me so throwed off. Don't ask him tonight when you go to bed, because I don't know why I'm like that. Because I'm too old to be getting on that floor. I know this might be the last time I do that joke. This hip bone ain't what it used to be. I'm 42. Yes, Lord. I got 2 grown sons. They 24 and 25. Excuse me, quit playing slide while I'm doing my comedy. I know y'all was on 4, but turn around this way. Finish what I get through. Thank you. You know kids don't care. Like, I don't know her. We ain't even asked to come. It's an old woman in it. You know, I'm the one that snatch somebody's child in public and go and pop them till their mama can get to them, you know. And you can't do that in 2016 because, yeah, I know, because I was sitting in the doctor's office and this baby kept on, well, see, I kept fitting my wig tubs from the back. You know, and I ain't want to cause no scene, but the baby kept reaching for my wig, and I'm looking at the mama like, you don't see this here? You don't see the baby pulling on my wig? And so I turned around and I said, sit down. And the baby sat down and started crying. The woman go, now she wasn't talking to me, she was talking at me. She was like, oh, Cornelius, come over here and sit down before I have to slap somebody. I was like, who was somebody? So I said, hand, you gotta get back in my pocket before we have to slap somebody. Can't bring you nowhere. Get back in my pocket right now. She left me alone because she probably figured I was crazy. Plus, what was up under that wig? I wouldn't sit and fight that day. Cause I ain't got no hair. I ain't finna show y'all what's up under it. I look like him about the head. Up under this, we look like twins. Up under this wig. But I learned my lesson by doing other people cheering like that. My son's 24 and 25, like I said. Quit trying to do the math. Stay with me. Don't worry about when I had them. Just know this. We was all still getting put on punishment. I tell you that. I ain't playing, boy. Sometimes I'll be sitting in the house on punishment and my kids be running back and forth in front of the window. You can't come outside. So I went and stood on the edge of the porch because I couldn't go out all the way out. Y'all come in the house with me too. We all on punishment. Come on, come in the house. Still got whooped. Well, it's something to get whooped in front of your kids. But I'm proud of him. Yeah, oh Lord, yeah. He's like, somebody get that microphone. We don't know where this about to go. Who screamed this woman? We don't. She said she got saved 2013. I think she got backslid 2014, 15. Now, but I'm proud of my son. My 24-year-old, he's a teacher now. And y'all give it up for him. Please give it up for him, because I thought he was retarded. I ain't gonna lie. I'm glad he came out that little stage and he was going. They had me think, they made me take him to Sylvan Learning Center. And they said he was slow and talking about his $4,000 to tutor him. I said, come on, boy, we should whoop this demon up out of you. Hell, it's a lie. I'm not finna pay no $4,000. But I had some questions, because I used to pick the boy homework up. And one of them questions said, get a definition for the word defeated. And this boy put defeated meaning to get your feet cut off. And he was serious. That concerned me. I said, well, baby, use it in a sentence. Let me see how you can comprehend and defeated meaning to get your feet cut off. He said, well, I was watching Roots and Kunta Kinte kept trying to run away. He was defeated. Yeah, that kind of makes sense, but not in this world. You can't do that. And he a math teacher at that. That boy's math ain't like our math. He had a math problem. He brought the paper home, and the paper had an F plus on it. I ain't never seen nobody get an F plus. But the question said, if 5 birds on the clothesline, if one of the birds get killed, how many left? 4, right? He put 0. He said, Mom, how many birds you know gonna stick around after one bird gets shot? I'm at least get you a big. You don't fight for this one. That makes sense to me. I don't know. I mean, and he graduated. He majored in mathematics and physics. He kind of like Rain Man or something. You know how Rain Man was counting them cards at the casino, but he was thrown out because he still thrown out, married and all. His wife is too. Both of them. Just like him. She real smart, but you can tell, you know, her charger ain't plugged all the way. I'm happy for him. I don't know what that baby gonna come out like. I'm ready to see. My oldest son, he's 25. He half black, half Mexican, and he confused by his boy running around talking about Black Lives Matter. I said, what about your other side, his mother? Oh, you know, I didn't even think about that. I said, baby, well, let me tell you something. When Trump get to sending them Mexicans back over across the world, you gonna have to tighten them curls up in your head or something. Because if they find out you have Mexicans, you might be gone. You might. Oh, I didn't even think about that. So what? Okay, if I'm half black and I'm half Mexican, whose side am I on? I said, baby, you just fight for the South and March. South and March. I don't know, baby.
Sit down. Sit down.
Any single ladies in the house? Single ladies? Woo! Oh, y'all better hold on for your Boaz. But I got a news flash. His name might be Jesse or something. You know, that's probably why you still, because there ain't nobody been named Boaz since the Bible. You might need to update the name because y'all looking for the wrong one. I ain't saying sell, but I'm saying quit being so, you know, sometimes you can get so used to being single. Every like, I'm waiting on the Lord to send my man. He done sent about 4 of them. Well, he sent 5 of them to me. I've been married 5 times. Oh, let him marinate. Let him marinate like salad dressing on the Olive Garden salad. I've been married 5 times. I was just trying to do the right thing. You know, the old church people is better to marry than to burn. I didn't know them folks. I was just trying to change my last name. I ain't like some of them last names. My last name is Bennett, Escamilla, Harden, Colston, Muhammad, White. Wait a minute, that's 6. Oh, Bennett, my maiden name. All I know, I don't think I can get married no more. They got my picture on that wall down there downtown at Mary like to play. No. If she come here, because it's the same woman that work at the desk, all 5 husbands. And I go up there with my new husband, she be like, oh, you bad? Well, good luck with this one. The new husband like, this one? What she mean? I don't worry about it. She said, you know, every time I see you, you always look, what's this, the 5th time you've been down here? I'm like, no, that wasn't me. Yes, it was. It's your picture on the wall right here. So I'm sorry, single ladies, you waiting for your husband. I skipped in line about 5 times. I did you a favor. They wasn't worth nothing anyway. I did y'all a favor. I vetted them for you to make sure that they wasn't the right one for nobody. They were still with their mamas. So I did y'all a favor. I'm finna get ready to get out of here. But before I do, I just want to share a little bit of my testimony. I had been having lupus since I was 11 years old. And I couldn't go outside because the sun burnt my skin. I would get lesions all over my skin. I was always tired. My joints used to hurt. As I started getting older in 2010, my health really deteriorated. I didn't know I had lupus. I didn't get a diagnosis until 2010, until one morning I rolled over to get out of bed and I couldn't walk. I couldn't walk 5 steps on my own. And I had to have steel braces on both of my knees and a cane and a walker. And I had to wait for someone to uncurl my joints every morning because they would curl up like a corpse while I was asleep. In 2013, I did something crazy because I tried everything else. I started praying for God to heal me from the lupus. And you know, that was really a faith move for me because the doctors kept telling me there's no cure for lupus. All we can do is make you comfortable. The best you can do is be in remission. So I said, well, I'm not trying to hear that. I done read all these stories in the Bible about people being miraculously healed. Why can't it happen now? So I started believing no matter what it looked like, felt like. I started claiming my healing before I was actually healed. July the 7th, 2013, they called me to the doctor's office, and the woman was so emotional. Her voice was barely above a whisper. She kept saying, "It's gone. It's gone." And I said, "Ma'am, am I in remission?" She said, "No, if it was remission, we would see the numbers and it would be really low. Your blood work is normal as if you never had." You see how the enemy get mad at me trying to cut the microphone out? Y'all, right before I was healed for lupus, I was getting ready to have both of my knees replaced because I don't have any cartilage in my kneecap. I couldn't extend my knee to walk because I didn't have anything in there to bend my knees. I went from not walking to walking. When I went to church and I went down to get prayed for, when I got off the floor on my own and I ran around the church.
My Lord, my Lord.
Yeah, y'all clap. This more amazing than any circus act you can watch because y'all listen to what I'm telling y'all. I still don't have cartilage in my knees. I was miraculously healed from lupus. My body was covered in lesions. My skin looked like alligator skin. I am 42 years old and don't look like it.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you.
And it was because I gave my life to Christ completely and quit playing. I said yes. And when I said yes, I meant it. And when I said, "God, let your will be done in my life," I meant that.
Thank you.
And I never complain about any challenge that's before me because I look at it like it's boot camp. Don't no soldier complain about boot camp. I signed up for it. I said yes. Yes. So every time a challenge came in front of me with that lupus, I accepted. I hurdled it. I never complained the whole time. If anybody in here is struggling with your faith and you just feel like your prayers are not going past the ceiling, he hears you. But he does things in his own time.
Yes.
Because he had to heal me miraculously like that because I was skeptical. He had to show me he was God. There's no way I could have been completely healed from lupus to go from not walking to walking, my limbs stretching out. Y'all, I've been doing hair 23 years. I stand up and do hair for 10 hours and nothing hurts me.
Thank you, Lord.
At all. And it was because I trusted his plan. I trusted God. And I spoke my healing before I was actually healed. If you're dealing with any illnesses, I don't care what the doctor told you. All they did was go to school. And half the time they're Googling your symptoms. Believe the report of the Lord. We were not created to be sick. Whatever this says, your body has to follow. Start speaking your healing over yourself. I don't care what it feels like. I was saying I was healed a whole year before I was actually healed. While I was still on my cane, I was telling people I'm not going to have lupus no more. And it looked crazy to everybody. But it paid off. I thank him for that testimony.
Thank you.
Because that's what pushed me into evangelism. Yeah, I'm a good comedian. Yeah, I can make people laugh. But that's not my calling. My calling is to stand right here on stages like this to give hope to people who feel like God cannot hear them. Yes, he can. But if you think about it, when you at work, do you talk and work at the same time? No, you concentrating. He's working your things out. If you prayed about something, he heard you. He got your number. Sometimes you need a little more testimony. I needed a little more testimony. Because my testimony could have stopped in 2013. Because when I got saved, I left this part out. I was in the bed on suicide watch. I had tried to take my own life because I was tired of being sick from lupus. That's when I got delivered. On that bed in the hospital, the chaplain came in my room. So if anybody is struggling with depression, mental illness, or your body being ill, you're looking at a literal walking miracle. You're looking at a walking miracle. And I ain't mean to get all serious, but I can't help it because I got my daddy blood in me. And I told you stage do something to you. I came to do comedy. I didn't come to do all this here. But I had to let you know, I can't hold the microphone without letting somebody know. I don't know who that's for. But tonight, start saying you are healed. And don't let nobody sway you from saying you're healed. Because there's going to be people say that ain't possible. You can't just be healed overnight from, yes you can, because I was. I wrote a book, but I didn't bring it. It's called Y'all Ain't Gonna Believe This. And it's my testimony, it's my autobiography, and it's everything. It's the devil's, it's 14 chapters of traps that the devil set to kill me. And I escaped all of them. My website is GodIsAhealer.com. I have a series that I do called Word on Wheels, where I just share whatever God downloads into my spirit while I'm driving. Just click on Word on Wheels series. And if you ever need some encouragement, just go to GodIsAhealer.com. It's not hard to remember if you believe it. If you believe he's a healer, then you can remember GodIsAhealer.com. Thank you so much. I'm Miss Kylie.